We're back. Welcome to episode 17 of We've Lost a Step with Ethan and Caroline. We know that it's been a couple weeks. Sometimes, life just gets in the way of trying to put out the pod. But we're back. We're doing great. We're going to see each other today, actually. It's Wednesday, May 24th at 8:09 in the morning. I pulled Caroline's ass out of bed. I'm heavily caffeinated. Caroline, how you doing?
I'm not heavily caffeinated like yourself. You text me at 7:40. You ready when we agreed on an 8 a.m. start? Like, no, I'm not waking up till 7:52. Like, I'm not ready at 7:40. Also, your ass said the sun goes through the windows till I wake up. Let's do 6 a.m. Like, no, go to bed. Relax. My God, it's a Wednesday morning. We don't need to be doing that.
No,
Anyways,
I was just saying that I wake up so that I'm ready to go by 8 a.m. I was not saying to record at 6 a.m. That's some sadistic shit. 6 a.m.
I'm glad you're very worried about when you're ready to go in the morning. Anyways, how am I doing? My last, well, now 2 weeks have been pretty good. I didn't do anything 2 weekends ago. I don't even know anywhere anymore where I've been located. Honestly, I've been gone
I
every
know
weekend.
I know where you were 2 weekends ago.
Was I in Boston?
You were in Boston.
I was in Boston. Yes. Oh gosh. I still haven't recovered. That's why this 8 a.m. wake up is really hard because I still haven't recovered from that weekend with everyone, but was super fun. Was there for the bridal shower for the royal we, which was very fun with everyone. And we had too much fun actually, and
Yes.
it was just a lot. Went back to New York City for a few days, was all a blur. Now look, I'm yawning. It's 8 a.m. Now I'm in Rochester. I was at Colgate University's graduation this past weekend. Also, long weekend. Long,
I'm
lots of
sure. I'm
festivity.
sure.
It was really fun though. And graduation, it's quite an experience sitting in the stands for graduation. It's quite long. It rained for the first 30 minutes. We were sitting there, debated leaving, but it was fun overall.
Was it out? It was outdoors and you had to sit in
It's
the
on
rain.
it's on the football field, yeah.
Oh,
Only for the first 30 minutes. Then the sun came out, but I was like sitting in my like
yeah,
jeans.
only for 30 minutes did you get soaked, and then the sun came out and you were still wet.
And then it was hot and we had like cold clothes on because it was cold.
Fuck that.
Yeah. But it was good. It was so fun. Yeah, now we're in Rochester. I see you this evening late. We got a Memorial Day weekend. I got a long weekend from work. Pretty exciting stuff. Allergies are kicking my ass, really impacting my daily life. And yeah, how has your last 2 weeks been?
My last 2 weeks have been pretty good. We had the bridal shower for Grace, and that was really cool. Thank you to everyone that traveled from outside of Boston to Boston for that. It was really great to see everybody.
You're
And then
welcome.
last weekend, oh yes, of course, I was only thanking you, Caroline.
You said someone who traveled, so I was just saying you're
I said
welcome.
everyone. So yeah, I guess thank you for traveling, Caroline.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for getting on the potentially katana infested train. But there were no katanas. You did have quite the train experience, though.
I
You
did.
ate, you ate a microwave grilled cheese, which made me kind of shake.
Yes, I did. I was struggling. I needed some food. Also, who knew that there would be like delays while you're on the train? Never experienced that.
I
But
didn't.
anyways, continue on.
And then last weekend was my bachelor party. So we were down in Amelia Island with a great group of guys. Kevin got us into the Chase Sapphire Reserve Lounge. So we were there at 11 a.m. on Thursday for a 2 p.m. flight. The boys absolutely sent it last weekend. Absolutely sent it. It was a blast. Golf on Friday, down to the beach bar after that, out to dinner, live band playing some oldies, dad tearing up the dance floor. Saturday was a bit of a slow start. Get in the hot tub, recover, back to the beach bar, go back to another bar. Sunday, we attempted to play golf. We only made it 9 holes.
Oh, you didn't even make it 18?
We didn't make it 18 holes. It was hot as a mofo outside. Everyone wasn't even talking to each other. Some guys left early on Sunday. Some guys left at 6 p.m. on Sunday. I didn't leave till Monday. Thank God. I was asleep at 8:30 on Sunday night.
Damn.
But hell of a weekend. And now we're traveling to Rochester this afternoon. And then we're coming back here on Saturday, back to Cape Cod. I got to tell you, living on the Cape, the morning walks, they're nice. They just hit a little different because you get to see the ocean, you get that ocean breeze. It's pretty nice. So lots of wedding stuff in our future here. We started the seating chart last night.
Oh
We're
wow.
go, we're going through the DJ form. It's very in depth. What else? There's a lot going on, but it's all really good stuff. And we had so many sports happen in the last 2 weeks. We're in the conference finals of the NHL, the NBA, NFL OTAs have started. So those are going to be some of our topics for this week.
All right, should we hop into the NHL playoff breakdown? I don't even want to talk about one of the series, making me
So
sad.
we don't really have to talk about Dallas versus Vegas, other than the fact that the Vegas Golden Knights are a bunch of salary cap cheating mofo's. Vegas now leads 3 games to none after that, I
Embarrassing.
guess, a disastrous performance last night by the Stars.
Embarrassing.
So Dallas is not going to make the Stanley Cup final, which is really unfortunate. Now I'm going to have to watch Jack Eichel playing the Stanley Cup final, which is going to make me very upset, just given how he treated my Buffalo Sabres. But it's okay.
You're going
On
to
the
watch
other,
him win a Stanley Cup.
we're going to get to that in a second here. And then on the other side, we've got the Nike Cats, the Florida Panthers. Brooks Koepka is apparently their biggest fan, which is the most random thing to occur in the last
He
couple
lives in
months.
Miami. He goes to all their
I,
games.
I understand. But he also called Aaron Ekblad a traffic cone, and he held one up in his luxury box.
To be fair, on that play, he was traffic cone.
Oh, he should have just been painted in orange. Yes,
Yes.
completely correct. It was just kind of random to see a celebrity, a famous athlete, do that to another
Yeah.
professional athlete. I think that was more the weird part. The Carolina Panthers are down 3 games to none against your beloved Nike Cats, the Florida Panthers. And really wild stat is that the Hurricanes are 3-9 on the road over the last few years in the playoffs. I mean, you're never going to win a championship if you cannot win games on the road.
Yeah.
So
I
I
think they
just thought
haven't
that
even won an Eastern Conference game, and it's like a number of appearances, which is crazy.
you mean an Eastern Conference Finals game?
Yeah. An Eastern
Yeah,
Conference Finals game. That's crazy. And in like not just this year or last year, it's like a number of series in a row. That's wild.
super wild. So the NHL is coming up on the Stanley Cup final. So it's going to be an interesting cup final. Definitely not the cup final that the NHL could have wanted with Vegas potentially versus the Florida Panthers. Two newer franchises. Obviously, Vegas is only in their 6th season, I believe. But again, they're salary cap cheating mofos. So the NHL needs to do something about this because the Tampa Bay Lightning also did this, and now Vegas is going to do it. And I don't want to hear from any Vegas Golden Knights fans, most likely a fake fan unless you live in Vegas, about how, oh, well, we're just doing what the rest of the league does. Guess what? If you can win the Stanley Cup by holding out guys that make $8 to $10 million a year, and they're like, oh, well, I've been hurt all season, but then in the playoffs, they're completely healthy and they're on every other shift, you're cheating.
I agree. Well, you know how I feel about the cheaters. I don't think that it's bad for the NHL if Vegas wins. I think Florida's not optimal because of the many years that they have barely gotten people to even go to the games. I mean, they used to get like in the hundreds of people in their arena. I think Vegas invested a lot of money though in their like game day experience, and I'm sure the NHL thinks that that will like promote other teams to invest that money as well. But I don't like them, so I don't want them to win. I don't like anyone on the team. They're cheaters, and I don't like Eichel. I don't. I'm bitter, and I'll say I'm bitter and petty, and I don't like them, and I don't want them to win. Those stupid gold ass jerseys. I don't want to win.
It's almost like we're too competitive and we're both bitter and petty because I don't want the Florida Panthers to win or the Vegas Golden Knights or
If you
Jack
have
Eichel.
if you have glitter in your jersey, you shouldn't be allowed to win. That's my take.
Oh, hell. Oh, I agree. So it's
Yeah,
the NHL.
yeah. All right.
All
Should
right.
we move on?
Moving on to the NBA playoffs, where the Denver Nuggets, and I have a funny story about the Denver Nuggets, have advanced to the finals, beating LeBron James' LA Lakers. And the Miami Heat are up 3 games to 1 on the Boston Celtics. Will, we're here for you, man. We're pulling for your Celtics. It's been tough. It's been really tough to watch the Celtics and understand all the emotional swings that my boy Will is going through. But we're here for you, buddy. And then finally, after the Lakers lost to the Nuggets, LeBron said he might retire. So we're going to talk about that
He didn't
here.
say, he just said he had to
He said
reevaluate.
he said he's mulling retirement, essentially, is what he said.
He's not gonna retire. I think he just wants to scare the Lakers a little bit into bringing in people who could actually help him.
Potentially. But
They need to get
funny
rid of
story.
Anthony Davis. The other guys were
Okay.
pretty good. Dennis Schroeder's pretty good. I think they got rid of Russell Westbrook because he sucked so bad.
Yes.
I think Anthony Davis is a fake superstar. He's not that good. I watched some of the games. He plays pretty decent offense or defense, but like LeBron's 38 and he's like knocking down like 35 in these games. Like someone could help him out a little bit. It's kind of crazy. I know
It's
everyone's
been
gonna
like this.
say Michael Jordan didn't need any help, blah, blah, blah. But he had Scottie Pippen and he had dudes who shot threes back in the day. And LeBron James got pretty much nothing. Just saying.
You're right. And LeBron's had pretty much nothing for most of his career,
Yeah.
to be quite
Pe-
honest.
People think he might retire for a year, hang out, vacation, make some endorsement money, and then sign with whatever team Bronny signs with or gets drafted
Have
by.
you seen this report? I'm sure it's completely fake, but it's wild that LeBron is going to retire from the NBA, and because he never went to college, he's still eligible to play in the
Oh, that was
NCAA.
that
And
Ballsack Sports on Twitter,
oh,
Ethan.
I didn't see who tweeted it.
It was literally
Can't trust
Ballsack
the internet,
Sports.
folks. Can't can't trust the internet. But so fun. I thought it was hysterical, and they were like, his NIL is 80 to 100 million
Yeah, I literally
dollars.
saw that exact tweet. Yes.
I was like, isn't that what he makes in a year anyway?
Yeah.
So, also a funny story about the Denver Nuggets. We were with Dad and we were with Grace. It was just the three of us, and Dad was talking about the Nuggets, and she goes, "The Nuggets!" Like, and I could see her head kind of spinning about why they were called the Nuggets. So I'm thinking she's thinking about like the Denver Chicken Nuggets, right?
Yeah.
So So Dad explains the logo is like it's a bar of gold with a guy with a pickaxe, and talks about the
The Gold
Colorado gold.
Rush.
And I'm like, Grace, and shout out Grace when she's listening. I just thought it was really funny, so I had to talk about this. Um, I'm like, they're not the Denver Chicken Nuggies. It's not like their logo is like a guy eating a Wendy's nugget or something like that.
That'd be
It was
electric.
it was too funny to not talk about. But on the other hand, that's a great idea for a third jersey.
It's sick. Chick-fil-A
If
should
your name
sponsor
is the
him.
Nuggets, if your name is the Nuggets, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, McDonald's, you could sponsor us too if you want. So
Yeah, they're really interested. I don't even eat meat, so I don't think we're gonna get that sponsorship.
do they have the alternative meat options?
Ooh, that's probably nasty. From there, that's probably nasty.
Probably, probably. But
That
I
is
just had
that's
to talk
funny.
about that.
That'd be kind of funny
And
to have like one of the gold rushers eating a chicken, like a 8-pack chicken nugget on like a hat. That'd be a good hat. That probably would sell. We should tell them we got good ideas for these sports teams.
listen,
No one
these
wants them.
teams need to hire us.
No one wants them.
These teams need to hire our asses.
They do.
We've got asinine ideas, but one of them is going to stick, and it's going to make a team of a whole F ton of money.
I know. I agree. I think this hat would.
I agree. So moving on to apparently America's favorite sport, the National Football League. Organized team activities have started. I
Wait,
don't believe.
voluntary.
Oh, these are the voluntary ones. See, I'm misinformed based on some of the notes
You
on
don't
the.
read you don't read the right tweets. You gotta misinform Twitter over there.
Well, it's because Elon Musk changed the whole algorithm.
At least the Bills is voluntary. I mean, I assume all of them
Okay.
are, but
Okay. So the Bills OTAs are voluntary. So we get to see Dalton Kincaid, their first round pick, the tight end, which somehow that draft pick got an A. You and I did not think it should get an A, but we'll see. Now he's
no,
being
that's not
compared
what
to
we
Travis
said.
Kelce. I
That's
don't
not
remember what
we
we said.
we said Dalton Kincaid was a good pick. We said we don't know how their draft got an A minus because we don't know who anyone is.
That too. I was ill informed on the
But
I think it might
supposedly Josh Allen really likes the wide receiver they picked in the 5th round. So that's good.
yeah, the Bills won't play him though because they
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 don't
took
play any
Khalil Shakir
rookies.
last year and he played like 15 snaps the whole season. So if the Bills want to win, they got to play the guys that they pick. But regardless, Stephon Diggs did not go to voluntary OTAs for the Buffalo Bills.
Who cares?
And I similarly agree with that take of who cares, but there's a lot of people on Twitter and Bill's Twitter specifically who they're not too thrilled about that, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
Bills fans love to
Stir it up,
catastrophize. Is that a word? I don't know.
catastrophize.
Yeah, whatever. Make everything like a catastrophe. Jesus Christ.
It's
Make
too
every
early.
like literally like everything is the end of the world. Well, I just want to put this out there, and this is gonna be a storyline all season. Josh Allen has said more than 10 times how he is more focused than ever on football. He's not letting anything get in the way this season of them winning a Super Bowl, including his blonde girlfriend. Just putting that out there. She is not getting in the way this season either because she dumped his ass. So
He definitely dumped his ass.
he's mullet rocking all in on winning a Super Bowl because what else he's got? He cheated. He's a cheater. He's got a little baby he's got to win for. We can move on.
Reports are not verified on the baby, folks. Just
I gotta go to games because I gotta go see the wife and girlfriend box. See,
yeah, but you're moving to Boston, so that ride just got a little bit longer to get to Buffalo.
I can go to the Patriots Bills game. That's a big one. She would be there.
Oh, we're going. We are going to the Bills Patriots game in
October,
Foxborough.
whatever.
October 22nd, I believe. It's a Sunday 1 p.m. kickoff. We are going. Oh, by the way, the NFL schedules came out. The Bills are playing in London on your birthday.
Yeah, I wanted to go and you immediately shot me down. So
because I have to go to a wedding.
well,
so we can be somewhere with mimosas for the 9:15 kickoff. How's that?
whatever.
It's a good consolation prize.
Whatever. Let's move on to Aaron Rodgers
Okay.
to the Jets. Jets.
Aaron Rodgers is on the field in New Jersey, not even New York, and he hurt his ankle. He hurt his ankle yesterday.
He did.
So,
he did.
As a Bills fan, I'm hoping that's a trending storyline for basically the entire year for the next 12 months.
Yeah, I watched this thing on YouTube yesterday. It's like the Jets. It's like a Hard Knocks, but for the Jets. And it was about Aaron Rodgers' first day. And it was like Jesus Christ reincarnated himself into that facility during the whole episode. It was wild. And the whole time I was thinking, didn't he get hurt last year? And he's really old and he was like playing hurt and really great. And now I was like, dang, what if something happens like week 1 or week 2 where he's out for the season? That'd be crazy for the fan base. And now I think he just tweaked his ankle. But he's old. So it takes add a month onto a tweaked ankle.
Right. And it's almost June now. So
yeah,
a tweaked ankle could turn into August. God forbid he tweaks it again in training camp in August. And then he's out for their home opener against the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football.
Shucks.
Like, that would just be way too bad.
Well, he doesn't even believe in Western medicine. Or I think it's Western. Yeah, Western medicine.
Right. You're correct.
So, like, he probably doesn't even go see a doctor when he hurts his ankle. He, like, rubs some crystals on it. So it could take 2 months to solve this problem. Who knows?
Let's hope it takes 6.
yeah.
And then Lamar Jackson finally signed with the Baltimore Ravens. So he's back at their organized team activities. So Lamar Jackson is signed. So the AFC is really stacking up to be quite difficult. And then in the NFC, there's reports out of the Carolina Panthers that Bryce Young is Timothy. He is him. He is the answer. And I forget who their backup quarterback is, but there was a report like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely competing for the starting job. Like, dude, this kid won first overall. You ain't fucking starting. Sorry.
I was just going to ask I knew this answer too. I don't think he's going to start game 1. And that's kind of a hot take.
That's a bit of a hot take. I mean, he's Bryce Young. He went first overall. And then in Houston, Davis Mills.
Oh my
God. He's basically the giraffe of the NFL because his neck is so damn long. He's like, oh, I'm going to beat out C.J. Stroud for the starting job. Dude, you threw 17 touchdowns and 15 picks last year. Maybe it was 15 and 15.
I think we see the same tweets every day. The team is coming.
Stink.
He does stink. And the quarterback in Carolina is Andy Dalton, who stinks. So maybe I take back my week 1.
He's not winning this. Andy Dalton, he's been in the league forever. He's been in the league forever, and he has had a great career. He's made a frick ton of money. and he donated a lot of money to Western New York at one time, and the Bills
Yep.
reciprocated that also. So really good guy. He's not winning the starting job. Sorry.
Yeah, no, not at all. I just wonder though with these like teams with these young quarterbacks, they're like, oh, they're doing so well. They know the playbook already, blah, blah, blah. If they're just saying that to protect these guys in the
Right.
beginning, like the Colts guy, like Anthony Richardson, they're like, he's even better than we thought he was. Like, it's such a weird thing to say about like the number 4 pick that you picked. And they're
Right.
like, his arm's even better than we thought. He already picked up the playbook. Like, he's the next guy. I'm like, of course you're going to say that. You're not going to come out one day in the OTAs and be like, he looks like trash. Like, oh my God, what did we do? We gave him like 25 mil guaranteed with a signing bonus. Like, shit,
Right.
what did we do? No, you're going to say he looks stellar. Like, he looks like he could
Yeah.
be a Hall of Fame quarterback right now.
Yeah. For
But I
sure.
haven't really heard anything about from the Texans about how our
No, me
our poor
neither.
test taker's doing. So I'm intrigued.
But he went to Ohio State, and you have to be smart to go to Ohio State, according to CJ Stroud. So whatever.
What they say.
And then this very interesting but not super surprising type of news that Ben Roethlisberger, former Steelers quarterback, openly admitted to Kenny Pickett that he wasn't rooting for him. Now, first of all, the
Hell
fact that
yeah.
Roethlisberger said it is like it's a little shocking at first, like, oh shit, you actually told him right to his face. But also, why would he be rooting for him?
Yeah.
Like the Steelers fans had essentially decided that Roethlisberger was a washed up bag of trash, and they treated him like an ex significant other that had cheated on him. He was like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL for his entire career up until what the last season and a half
Yeah.
because he was just hurt, but he was one of the best. He's probably one of the better NFL quarterbacks ever, most likely.
He won
At
the
least
Super
in
Bowl.
our at
He was
least
the
in our
youngest to
era.
win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So anyone who says like, "Oh, he needs to be rooting for Kenny
No.
Pickett because Kenny Pickett's now the Steelers quarterback," I don't know. Shut up. Like I think it's cool that Roethlisberger admitted it right to his face.
And I think it's cool that Kenny Pickett was like, yeah, I understand. Like, I think you're
Right.
ridiculous if you say, no, I would root for someone who like takes my spot right away. Obviously, there is times where you have to be supportive and a good teammate if you're on the same team together. If someone is playing better than you and takes your spot, whatever. No, but I think it's actually cooler and more honest and like you're more of a good guy to be like, yeah, I didn't want you to be good because I wanted the fan base to remember that like I was the guy that brought all the success and they kind of forgot about me. There's no human being on this planet that doesn't feel that way. And all the people who are like, no, he's going to be amazing, he's going to be great, blah, blah, whatever, they're all liars. They're just saying that to have this like media persona of
Yeah,
being a good
sure.
guy. And Ben Roethlisberger was like, "Yeah, I didn't want you to do well." And then I thought, actually watched, and you were pretty decent. So I thought, I actually should probably root for him because I want the Steelers to be successful as an organization. I think it's cool.
Good guy, Big Ben. So there we go.
Good guy, Big Ben. I mean, he's had some ups and downs in the good guy, Big Ben era.
I I don't think he's notable. Good
Yeah,
guy, Big Ben.
he's not
It's just in this
notable.
it's just in this situation. Good
Yeah,
guy, Big Ben.
yeah, no.
So to piggyback on our last episode and good shows and movies to watch, I wrote this in all caps on our sheet. I am pumped for the new Mission Impossible. I remember going to see Mission Impossible 2. Mom took me out of school to take me to the movies at like 1 p.m.
What?
to go see Mission Impossible 2. Yep.
Where
Yep.
is she? I got to talk to her.
Forgot you're at home. So I've watched every Mission Impossible, and the guy's name is also Ethan, aka Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt. So
Really?
um, I've always been a yes, his name in the movie is Ethan Hunt. So I don't know, maybe that's why I like the Mission Impossible so much. I can just identify with an Ethan. But
Oh my God.
you, people need to watch the YouTube of this just so
This
they
is
can
so
see that.
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but that's what I'm here for. So it's a two-part ending to the Mission Impossible series. So part one, I think,
Wow.
comes out in July or August. So I'll be in the theater with that large popcorn that we talked about and that Diet Coke, and I'll be watching it, and it's going to be awesome. And then I'll be there for
Yes.
part two as well. So large popcorn, Diet Coke, me and Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, pumped for that.
The only thing Tom Cruise is getting a little old for these
He
things.
does all his own stunts. If you watch the behind the scenes of making some of these movies. It's crazy. He holds on to the sides of planes when they're like fake taking off, but they're still going 300 miles an hour. It's wild.
That sounds
You need
really
to find that on
stupid.
YouTube.
I'll watch it today. I got some time. I'm a big YouTuber during the work day. Oh, I probably should
Me
cut
too.
that.
Me too. Yeah, let's make sure we cut that out.
I don't think I ever got pulled out of school early to go to a movie. I got a bone to pick, but that's
No, but
exciting.
no, but you never went to school anyway, so
That's
it didn't
true.
matter.
That's true. I'm not really educated at all. I didn't know that there were any new Mission Impossible movies coming out, so that's exciting, I guess. I won't go watch it, but that's exciting. You gotta go to the movies and see.
I would. Sorry.
You gotta go see Air. You gotta go to the movies.
Yeah, life's a little busy right now. We're busy
Oh
every
my
weekend
God.
until July 4th, so I'm working on it. I'm really working on it, but it's okay.
You can
And then
rent
we've
it.
got
You can rent it on Amazon Prime.
perfect. It's probably $27.
19.99.
Yeah, I'll wait till it's $5.
That's cheaper than a movie ticket.
Movie tickets are more than
Well,
$19.
cheaper than a movie ticket with your large ass popcorn and Diet Coke.
Well, yeah, I think a trip to the movies now is a smooth like 80
30.
bucks.
Okay.
Well, for
Two
two of us,
types.
30. You go to the movies alone, I don't.
True.
And then we've got a bit of a different segment to wrap up the show today, a little who's hot, who's not in the last couple weeks. So first off, this came highly recommended from Vicky
Yes.
Spur. So shout out Vicky. She wants us to start to talk about Vanderpump Rules. Now,
Oh,
I don't
buddy.
know anything about the show other than it's on Bravo, but the show's everywhere on social media now. The girls going on Call Her Daddy.
Heck
The
yeah.
other
It's
guy
out.
was
I gotta listen to that.
the other guy was seen in the LAX International Airport trying to leave LA before the Vanderpump Rules reunion. So the drama is out, but I'm really starting to question the legitimacy of the scandal. This feels like just a big media dump.
You're it's so hard. So hard sharing the same blood with such a skeptic. Really? You don't even know anything about it. I'll give it I'll give a 5 second rundown for those people who are not familiar or haven't seen it on Twitter. Basically, Vanderpump Rules is a show on Bravo. They all worked at this restaurant for Lisa Vanderpump, who was a real housewife. They all started the show and they were like servers, blah, blah, whatever. Now they're like, they work there. They don't really work there anymore. But it's been on TV for years, 10 years, maybe 11 years. And this couple that was together for 9 years, they had gotten together because he cheated on his previous girlfriend with Ariana, supposedly.
By the way, this is way more than 5 seconds.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, he cheated on her. They've been together for 9 years. And we just found out a few weeks ago that he had been cheating on Ariana with her best friend, Raquel, for the past 8 months. And she only found out because his phone fell out of his pocket at his stupid ass cover band's performance. And she felt like she should go through his phone because she felt like something was wrong. And there was a FaceTime recording of them doing inappropriate acts on FaceTime.
No.
Yep. And all hell broke loose. And the reunion is tonight, is the first, it's a 3-part reunion. It's tonight, and he was seen leaving the country prior to the reunion. End of my
Homeboy is running scared.
Yeah, and he is wild. It's wild. They still had to live together because he took out a loan on their mortgage or whatever it's called. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
For this restaurant that he was trying to start, that they were just hemorrhaging money for it to try to get it open, so they couldn't sell their house because he owed this loan. So they were living in separate bedrooms, communicating through their assistants. It was crazy. It's crazy.
Imagine just being on a TV show for so long that now you're someone that has an assistant and
I
all
know.
that stuff, and then you communicate through assistants. Like sometimes I feel like LA is not a real part of the US.
It's not. It should be its
It's
own. It should
like
break off and be
it's
its own
it's like
place.
California eventually might, so we'll see.
True. True.
So in the first who's not hot of the week, have you seen this? The people that bottled up the rainwater that fell at Taylor Swift's concert from Gillette Stadium over the weekend. Come on. And it's selling for like $250 for a little
Yeah.
like thing. Okay, listen, you are not hot if you're selling rainwater. And you probably, I guess they're trying to recoup some of their money because they paid like $5,000 a ticket. So, but I'm just saying, not hot of the week.
I'm just saying, you spelled Gillette. Jilliet.
Oh, no, you know what? That was an autocorrect from the Google sheet. That was not me.
Sure, sure.
It was a red line.
Yeah, it's not hot. It's a little odd, but I do have to say
A
they're
little.
taking advantage of a group of people that will buy that though. Like if you're there and you're thinking, what will people buy? The confetti? People buy the confetti. People buy the rainwater. Like that's probably sold out, that rainwater right
I
now. So
guess
smart.
I guess it's yeah. I guess if you know your market, do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't agree with it. And then another hot of the week, the Nike Cats, of course. The Nike Cats, the Florida Panthers, they're rolling, baby. I think they've only lost one game in their last 11. They are rolling. The not hot is my NHL fandom because I'm just an absolute
Yeah, you
pure
suck.
jinx. I'm a pure jinx, it would seem. And then the next hot of the week, the Rochester Americans of the AHL. For those that don't know, it's the farm team of the Buffalo Sabres. They're in the Eastern Conference Final of the AHL. Bunch of young prospects of the Sabres playing on that team. They're up 1-0 in the Eastern Conference Final, playing the Hershey Bears down there in what's the name of that amusement park? Do you remember?
Hershey Park.
Is it? Oh yeah, Hershey Park.
What
Duh.
that? Yeah, duh. Yeah, I
Well,
mean, people are really going to be like, seriously, you're talking about the AHL. It's like being
yes.
big fans of the G League. But hometown team.
I couldn't name one team in the G League.
It's like the Sparks are a WNBA team. It's like they have like weird names it's like the live golf names.
Like Smash.
Yeah, it's like the San Antonio Smash, and then those dudes like never get called up.
It's like the XFL.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the last not hot of the week is this new NFL flex scheduling. Did you see this? Where
Yeah,
they can now flex Sunday games to Thursdays.
how much warning do they get ahead of time?
So
That's what
they
I
can
didn't
only do it
understand.
so they can only do it for weeks 13 to 17. But
Why?
and no team can play more than one away Thursday game. So like the Bills have already been ruled out of
Because they play on a Thursday.
because they play on a Thursday and they're playing in London, I believe. So there's all sorts of rules around it, which I don't understand why there are all these rules around it. And I don't understand people are not asking for more Thursday night football.
No, my
And
God,
the
no.
NFL just continues to say like, "Oh, well, we're going to flex games from Sunday to Thursday." I would prefer they flex a game from Sunday to Saturday.
I know Amazon's paying so much money though. That's why they're doing this. That deal is
But it,
huge.
no, but no, literally no one is asking for it.
I understand.
And then they're also putting a playoff game on Peacock.
Oh, I'm not gonna watch
If the
it.
Bills are playing in this fucking Peacock playoff game, I'm gonna lose my shit.
And you know they're gonna get rid of that 7 day fucking trial before that
Yep,
game starts because I'm
yep.
not buying Peacock to watch you playoff game. I'll Reddit stream it. I don't care.
I'll watch it through someone's phone of a stream on someone else's phone.
Yeah, no,
Like
that's
it's
I mean, they're
completely
making so much
ridiculous.
money for these streaming sites, but then no one can watch them. Also, no one wants a Thursday night game. I love football more than any sport. It's my favorite sport. I don't
Hot
want
take.
another Thursday game. I have to go to work the next day. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
watch football till 1 a.m.
that's the thing. It's like even and we've beat this dead horse endlessly about
Yes.
scheduling. We couldn't watch basically the Western Conference first two rounds in the NHL. It's so dumb. If they start playing games and starting them at like 9 o'clock Eastern because it's a 6 o'clock kickoff on the West Coast, like I'm just not tuning in. Sorry.
No, you're just gonna lose half the viewers. Yeah, I don't
I'll
get it.
track my fantasy team and call it a day.
I'll track my last place fantasy team and call it a day. I'll probably had stopped changing my lineup at that point, if we're being honest. Need a
Fair
redemption year.
enough.
Need to do some research. Yeah, but I just don't understand how many days in advance are they going to flex the game? Like a week before?
No, I think they have to give them 2 to 3 weeks notice.
Because like, what about the fans who buy plane tickets and buy
Well,
game tickets?
they also, yeah. So the guy who owns the Raiders also talked about that. He's like, if
Well,
if a
he kind of
Sunday, he dissed the Chargers at the same
yeah.
time, but he said if a Sunday game gets flexed to Thursday, and all the and the three Chargers fans that are coming to the game, blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good dig. But the Raiders, Tom Brady's now a minority owner of the
Yeah,
Las
saw that.
Vegas Raiders. So it's going to be an interesting NFL year. The NBA playoffs, we're coming into the finals. It's most likely going to be the Denver Nuggets, the Denver Chicken Nuggies, and the Miami Heat. And just saying, as an 8 seed with the Miami Heat making the finals, is going to be pretty wild. It seems like it's Nikola Jokic's year. He didn't win the MVP, so now he's going to win Finals MVP most likely. And then the NHL playoffs, the damn Golden Knights against the Florida Panthers. And those games, who knows? Those games will probably start at 11 p.m. and we can never watch them. So
No, they have to start at 8 p.m.
I know. I'm
And
just,
everyone remember, tune in, Bravo, this evening, Vanderpump Rules reunion. Even if you don't know anything about it, it's electric television. Just trust me.
is this episode going to be out today so people can hear you
Yeah.
say that tonight? Oh, let's go, editor.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to be in the
Love that.
lab.
It'll be cooking, baby.
I'm
It'll be
cooking.
cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And on that note, thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you're happy that we're back because we're happy that we're back. Woo!
Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you tonight, Ethan.
Word.
Woo!